I just finished Keeping It Real episode 225 and I forgot to press record on my main camera. That means that I have to come up with a solution. I have about 8 miles to go and walk, so I figure, why not just leave a time lapse going for about an hour or so? Nothing's going to happen, but you could still see a time lapse of my room for an hour. The audio will, of course, be overlaid, and maybe Griffin's face. See you guys on the next episode. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the scene of the crime. This is episode 225 of Keeping It Real. I am somehow your host. I'm not sure how that happened. And your guest star today, a little bit out of the ordinary, a little bit surreal, a little bit of an artist, Griffin Hilliard. Let me break down two quick things before we get started. First and foremost, if you are interested in being the sponsor of this show, you would not only be the sponsor of this show, but you would be the first ever sponsor of this show. Get in touch with me. Second, we like to split this 1 hour episode into 3 segments. It comes out every single day at 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the first segment is dedicated to Keeping It Real, as that is the title of the show. The second segment is real world events. Today, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to wait up on that. You can see it if you're watching this. Just look at the chapters, breakdown, and maybe even title of the video. But I want to keep it a surprise for our guest, Griffin. And the last segment is kind of whatever we want, a bit of a free ball. In the past, I've said it's for philosophy, it's for advice, but in reality, it's for free time. Griffin, do you remember in school when the teacher would let us do whatever we wanted?
Say it again?
Remember when the teacher would let us kind of just do whatever we wanted?
Yeah, he'd give you some time, so now you can do your homework or, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, am I frozen for you?
Oh, were you? I thought you were doing that on purpose.
I was. But can you see me moving? Because on my laptop, you're frozen for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. I think it's always interesting how people are so afraid to sit in silence, Some people cannot have silence. You're having a conversation and you can pause, for a very long time until it's, actually awkward, You could pause for, if you could, one minute. I've talked to you about this, If you're just rambling, don't be afraid to, pause for, 5, 6, 7 seconds to just think.
There's also people that it's that doesn't even come into discussion because they just talk so much. It's just the way they are. There's this homeless man that I feed at Jersey Mike's from time to time, and I was on a walk today before my shift, and I run into him in the wild. First time I've ever ran into him not in uniform. And all of a sudden, I'm walking through the sorority house. He's showing me all this stuff that he's trimming. He lives in the basement. And the whole time, dude, there's never a second that goes by with this guy that he's not talking my ear off. My goal is to film him and put him on my Instagram because I think that, in short, he could be my Billy. For those listening that don't know what I mean by that analogy, Billy is sort of it depends on the lens that you look through, but if you're just a viewer of Griffin Hilliard's content, then Billy is a character. Mm-hmm. A character in the sense of a movie, honestly. I know plenty of people in my real life that I would call characters, but that's a different use of the word. Billy is both kinds of character for what it's worth, but the lens is important. And when I make videos, a lot of what Griffin does bleeds into what I do because Griffin's just straight up successful.
What? No, I'm not.
This guy's name is James. He's got one tooth. And you shake his hand, when you touch his hand, it's like his hands are made out of concrete.
That's sick.
It's like I've never met a guy that has so clearly physically looked like he's worked so hard his whole life, physically. I don't understand how he operates. It's honestly something insane. I don't even know how to begin to describe it. But he was walking me through this house and he was like, I'd pay you $12 an hour cash if you want to help me and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, if I never have free time, but if I've got free time, maybe. And then at the end, I actually underplayed that. I was pretty interested in helping him, and I don't really want pay money at all. I've always wanted to learn how to fix things around a house, and I feel like that'd be great.
You should have him on your podcast.
Yeah, I don't think he's got time for that, man. He's a busy guy.
Wow.
As busy as a homeless guy gets. This girl came out of one of the rooms that had just moved in, and James was like talking to her like, I'm the maintenance man, blah, 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 blah. And I was there, and he just kept talking and talking and talking, and he was like, started talking about how he looks. He was like, you know, I don't want to scare you because I know I look like, and like I butted in and said, you look homeless, because he does. And I love James, bro. I love James a lot. But he looks homeless. I just think, and you know what? This is the sequence of events that led to me thinking these thoughts. I mean, he kind of put them in my brain. He was showing me his phone, and I think he wanted to show me a particular moment, maybe even earlier in that day, where he had fallen like off of like a ledge into like a forest. And the video is of the ledge and of the trees, and he's not even in it. And it's just 10 seconds. And he was like, here's where I was, and I fell down there. And I was like, what the? I feel like video means something so different to people that didn't grow up with it. It was crazy. I was like, this is not like, but I could tell when he was showing it to me, he remembered how he felt when he took the video. But that video did not communicate or translate that at all to me, someone who wasn't there. I'm not him. You know, all I have to go off is the video. And the video makes it look like he's like on drugs and hit record on accident. Like it's the craziest thing ever. And so I immediately grabbed his Samsung out of his hand and I sent the video to myself, and all the pictures and like an extra video, I sent them to myself. And looking back, I wish I would have scrolled back in his phone and sent more videos. I wish I would have sent every single thing in his camera roll to my phone, because now I'm just like, all I can picture is putting my camera in his face. Tomorrow, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know where. You know, it would probably require me to be up early in the morning, and I don't think that's going to happen. But sometime before school starts or whatever, I plan to keep on texting James, bothering James. I think people would love. James is the kind of guy that's like hidden. Like, there's a reason that we're good friends, and there's a reason that I slide him my employee discount, because it was the very first time he walked into Jersey Mike's, just talking this, talking that, talking this, talking that. Nobody talks to you at Jersey Mike's. You know, it's like as the person that makes the sandwiches, either you can start a conversation, or you can just listen to them, you know, tell you if they want it Mike's way or not. No one, you know, it's very, very rare for someone to look at you and be like, what's going on with you? And James didn't do that. James didn't look at me and he didn't ask me what's going on with me, but he did just talk. It's like he didn't like, it's like he's no different than the person that had their head buried in the phone. But for whatever reason, instead of his head buried in his phone, his head is buried in his mouth. Like, he never shuts up. Like, I feel like I'm someone that never shuts up, and I like talk and I talk and I talk and I talk. But James, I don't know what about him, dude. When I'm around that guy, it's really easy to just be silent, and then every once in a while you just throw in a couple words for good measure, and like you don't even have to think. Like, that dude does all the talking. It was amazing. And he was showing this girl around the house, like to the laundry, and he was like, oh, fix this, fix that. If you ever need anything, call me. And I'm just kind of like following around, you know, I'm just like shadowing. Like, I was on a walk, and I was going to just go to the library and take a nap. And then he was like, you got a second? And I was like, yeah. So I followed him to this house, and then we're following this girl around. Her name was Rachel. And dude, James and I were like a duo. Like I was like the white young guy that like she probably, I don't know how to explain. I wouldn't want to talk about how she felt or not, but James is a scary dude. I'm not. He's got dreadlocks, wrinkles, reeks like weed.
Oh, is a black guy?
Super old. Oh yeah, he's dark black.
Okay.
And he has.
I was thinking of Billy. I literally was thinking of Billy.
No, he's not like Billy. He's got one front tooth. He's got grandchildren on grandchildren, this guy. And he has one of his front teeth, no other teeth in his whole mouth. Apparently this house that we were going, that he works as a maintenance guy for, owned by a dentist that actually pulled all his teeth out. And the dentist, as he says, asked James, when are you going to get rid of the last tooth? Because I guess it's like rotted dead or something. And he's like, no, I got to keep this one.
That's lit.
He once told me at Jersey Mike's, man, I got one tooth. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
He'll make himself laugh. It's an amazing thing. Guy's got like 6 jobs and no jobs at once. He's got like 8 different houses and he's homeless at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my boss, Christina, hates to see him walk in the restaurant. She hates him with a passion. And I don't know what it is, but it's like, makes sense. There's a lot to hate about James. But for some reason, when I met the guy, I just liked him. And he's always telling me these nice things, always telling me I'm so good at my job, always saying that I'm like, always just saying really nice things to me. And it's real nice to be around. And I just think, if for 1 second anyone could see the side of James that I saw, it would be millions of views. I don't even think, because James, after I sent these videos from his phone to my phone, he starts telling me, you know what I want you to do more than helping me out with the trim and the paint and the hardwood floors? I want you to market for me. Because he knows I got a podcast. I mentioned it to him in passing and all. He knows I'm on the internet. And I'm like, dude, you don't, like, the last thing you need is marketing. His phone's always dinging and blowing up. Like, he's got people, he's got like 5, I'm trying to tell you, he's a landscaper. He does Jamaican jerk chicken. And somehow he's a maintenance man for an entire sorority house. Like this guy just talks his way into whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't need marketing. What are you talking about? But then, as the day goes on, and even 5 minutes later in that moment, I was like, wait a minute. This could be huge for me. This guy, people need to see this guy. People need to see, the way that I get along with this guy. This guy and me have no business, it's just you wouldn't expect, us to be such good friends. But I love James. I love him to death.
No, Griffin.
Hey, who is that? Is that Elle and Abby? No,
Yeah.
it's not. You crashed?
Yep.
Are you okay?
I'm going to mute Griffin unless maybe these people want to be on the show. Should I ask? Probably not. Yeah. Now the Griffins, dude, I really would like some in-person guests. It's hard to push for this kind of stuff because I don't know how to explain this. Because it really I don't know how to explain this, man. It's I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. I just feel it's not something if it feels wrong to push for it, then don't. Because I feel I don't know, part of me believes, I don't even know if I can say this out loud, honestly, but it's just in my head. It's eventually people are going to be, banging at the door, begging for an episode of Keeping It Real, and it's going to be booked months in advance. And, at that point, I'm going to think back to the times when I had freedom to just do whatever I'd like and didn't, it's going to turn into, I believe it'll turn into a sort of responsibility. Whereas I'm not going to have any more time for solo episodes. Each episode is going to be dedicated to the guest. Each episode is going to serve the main purpose of putting eyes on and distributing the views of whatever guest I have on. So it's I'll be doing it for the guest. And it's when you're doing it for the guest, it can be easy to see how that could get really you get really tired of that, right? And it's no different than right now. I'm kind of tired of dang, Discord, Griffin and I are just on FaceTime, and he's painting a mural. He's not even really tuned into the conversation. I kind of just have to treat it. It's nice to have him here. I think we're, you can see how things are progressing because clearly I would much rather have him here than not. Griffin and I started doing this together and it was bumpy and rocky, but then I would go back and forth and I would realize I can't go back. Like, even if Griffin doesn't contribute to an episode whatsoever, just to have him with the potential to is like some sort of, it's like I can't go back, you know? And I just see like taking this step on the staircase and standing on the step of like, now I have a lineup of guests, you know, for the foreseeable future. And that is like the routine is a new guest every day. Then I can see that as a position where I can't go back. So, you know, by that reason, like, I think you can see where I'm going here. Like, but by this reasoning, like, it makes a lot of sense for me to be, because it seems contradictory, right? It's like the success of the show would greatly hinge on whether or not I had a new guest every day. I mean, it's like clear as day. It's proven even. The first episodes had guests and the numbers were insane. The buzz was crazy. I remember I was downtown in a club one time, jumping up and down to you know, just great DJ music, just having a blast. And the kid in front of me turns around and he doesn't even say my name, nothing. He doesn't say, I know you. He just looks me in my eyes and he's like, keeping it real. Like that was such a crazy moment for me because I had just started. I feel like I hadn't, well, it's not that I felt like I hadn't earned it. I don't know how to explain this. You know, it's like this side of my brain. It's like it can be viewed as self-sabotage, but in reality, I feel it's just like listening to my gut. You know, there's been a lot of semesters in my past, about 2 years worth of semesters, where I've enrolled in classes, taken the first week, 2 weeks, even sometimes 10 weeks, and then dropped my classes. And that's very contradictory, right? It's like, why would you, it's like, that's self-sabotage. But I never have seen it. I never saw it that way. I've always looked at that and I've thought like, I just, you know, I couldn't be in the classes. So I left the classes. Like, I don't know what I was sabotaging. Like that implies that classes were the right way to go. And it's like, even if I complete all my classes, I still like, who's to say that it's the right way to go? Like, I don't know how to word this. But I don't know. Do I believe that this show will eventually, amount to that level of resounding success? Do I truly believe that? I mean, how do I even know what I truly believe? How do I even know what I truly believe? And that, that's the question. How do I even know what I truly believe? Finishing off the first segment where we keep it real, I got 2.5 minutes left, and I want to say I'm nervous to go to Wilmington. As I fall back into school, I'm going to start getting financial support, rent-wise and money-wise, from my parents again, and from my dad. I'm going to Wilmington, and it's hard because it's like, why would I be going to Wilmington? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, does it really make sense for me to go to Wilmington? And I feel like deep down, like the answer, like the smart, responsible answer is no. I already had to spend $100 just to get 2 shifts covered. That leaves me with $100. I don't even think that's enough for gas money. What am I going to do? I just had payday. There's no money in my future. I've got $80 in cash in my wallet. That's it. So I have $180. Like, how am I gonna make this work? Is that even enough to get to Wilmington and back, gas-wise? It's scary stuff. It's scary, scary stuff. And I think that there's a reason that I paid the $100. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason that I even thought this up at all. Griffin's not here, but this is a surprise. Griffin obviously doesn't watch these episodes, so I have no problems. I'm muted right now too, so even if he shows up, I have the control of whether or not he hears my voice. I'm surprising Griffin. He doesn't know I'm coming to Wilmington. I'm very, very excited. I was supposed to surprise him for his birthday, but I was, have my own birthday and my own family. But I'm in touch with his girlfriend. I am in touch with a gentleman named Robert McCoy, who's been on the show. I'm going to do an episode with a gentleman named Alden Bennett. Can't wait for that. And I'm going to be... What else? I'm going to be Nathaniel Roberts. There's people in my life, Case Kabrick, Nathaniel Roberts, who, for some reason, they make me nervous. I don't know what it is. And I think that's kind of cool that they have that effect. And it's something that I need to think about internally. But it's I'm always searching for I think with these two guys, I'm always searching for something to me to grab onto, so that I can make myself be okay, well, they're not that great, because it's this and this and this. But I don't understand, why would I be doing that? Why would I ever be doing? I wouldn't do that with anyone else. Why is it that I have to feel do I truly have to feel better than everyone I know? Is that what it is? I'm not sure. But I hope here Griffin's back. Hello.
Yo.
What's going on?
Hello. Yeah.
The ladies needed your attention. I understand.
It's funny.
So, this is the end of the first segment. We're going to roll into our second segment. This episode of Keeping It Real is sponsored by me. All the funding for this episode comes out of my own pocket, and if you would like to take that sponsor spot from me, you could. And you'd also have the added label of being the first ever sponsor of Keeping It Real. Let's talk about Russia and Ukraine.
Yes, this is the fucking topic I could talk about.
All right, talk to me.
I think people don't realize Russia's position.
Are you pro Russia?
No, I'm not pro anyone, but I'm pro no war. And if you're pro no war, you have to understand why the war is happening. To most people, I feel like to most people, and at least it was to me when I first learned about it, I was like, what the hell? Who the hell does Putin think he is, just randomly invading a country and there's for no fucking reason and killing all these people for no reason. It's totally unprovoked when, and it's very easy to look at it that way when that's not the case at all. Do you know why Russia invaded?
No, I have no idea. Tell me.
So Russia invaded because when the war ended, there's a treaty or agreement to not expand. NATO can't expand westward, and then neither can Russia. So everybody, the rule was everybody's just gonna fucking chill out, stay the same, stay where you are, and we'll be fine. And what NATO has been doing is they've been gaining countries almost. I mean, think about it, there's been I don't know the exact number, but it's a lot of countries. So many countries have joined NATO.
Poland,
so now
Switzerland, right? Oh, not Switzerland. Poland and Sweden. Sweden and Poland, weren't those two recent joinees of NATO?
Finland, which is very, very close to them, and now there's Ukraine is gonna join. This is the talk: is that now Ukraine's gonna join NATO, and Putin said he's like, dude, if that happens, then you got to do something about that. Think about it. Your enemy, you're the person that, or you're the person that you were at war with, has now expanded right next to your border. Are we gonna be would we be okay with that? That's saying that's North Korea being Mexico, or not even. It's North Korea being fucking Canada or something. So, and they totally went against all these agreements or treaties or whatever the fuck. They just totally went against it. So is it really like what's been happening is they're seeing it as instigation. So NATO's been instigating them all this time totally ignoring Putin and not taking him seriously. So, and there's all the drama with like 2016, and I'm not saying that Russia's in the right for doing this, but you have to see it from their perspective. This isn't like an out of the blue thing. It's been going on, and they have their reasons. I mean, you have to have a good reason to go to war, and especially for your country to back you going to war.
So how much do you think of what we hear is actually
Zero.
accurate?
Zero.
Because I think everywhere that you look, it's pro-Ukraine here in the United States.
Yeah.
And then is that just because are we a member of NATO?
Yes. We're the biggest. We fund the whole. Or I don't think anymore. Actually, I don't think anymore.
I think
we were.
I can't hear you anymore. Well, that's probably
Can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me plug my headphones in.
Can you hear me?
Hold on. All right. Hello? Okay. Last thing you said was yes. We fund the whole thing.
We did. We used to. I think we left because we were funding the whole thing, and we left because NATO was depending on us too much. I think we still might be. I don't know if we are, but I don't think we are anymore. But either way, if we'd still fund them, no matter what. They have our weapons. We've given them airplanes. We give them airplanes, that's for sure. Ukraine uses F-16s,
Are you
and look
serious?
yes. We gave them I think all of their air force is from us. Or javelins. Have you ever heard of a javelin?
No.
It's pretty much this missile launcher that totally changed. Oh yeah, see it, man. It's this missile launcher that totally changed the tide of the war, and it's pretty much an RPG that shoots up. You shoot, so it's for tanks. It's an anti-tank missile, and you aim it, but you shoot it up, and the missile goes up and then strikes down on the tank because there's less armor on top of the tank. So it goes all the way up and it shoots down. It's a very advanced weapon, and you think about like Ukraine versus Russia. Everybody thought that Russia was going to win. It was going to win, and that's because if it was Ukraine versus Russia, yeah, they would. But with our weapons, see, Grant, with our weapons, then look at this. I mean, they got like a tenth of the army, and they're fucking holding their ground. So, what does this look like? It's like, okay, is the U.S. fighting this war now? Are we? It's kind of like that's kind of what it seems to be, and it's.
I was not in the loop that heavy fighting is continuing on multiple fronts.
Yeah, dude, no. Are you kidding me? It's bad, man.
Russia remains in control of approximately 20% of Ukrainian territory, but I read that, and it's the Washington Post, which is
it's a lot more. I think it goes back and forth. Ukraine was doing good, but I'm pretty sure Russia has taken a hold of far more than 20% last time I checked. I used to, and this is the crazy part, is this war is
August
100%
10th.
on it.
August 10th was today. On August 10th, a Ukrainian drone strike happened. It targeted Rosneft oil refinery in Saratov, causing fire and damage to nearby residential buildings. Have you ever seen the what is topography? The study of maps.
Topography is the study of maps, but the level at which they are, I'm pretty sure. So something's
like a topographic mic is like mountains and such. I'm talking about
pretty sure.
It resembles a topographical map, but when the
fighting is where the fighting is.
No. It's not where the fight. It's where the people are. Russia as a country is incredibly concentrated in just 2 or 3 cities. Very interesting. So this is happening right now.
You can watch it. Look it up on. You can watch the whole thing. I'm serious. You can watch. You can literally get live updates on Telegram. You can watch this war. And I did it. I find it very interesting too. You're literally watching people get clips. It's like it's Call of Duty. They're going in there and they're going in trenches and literally clipping people. I'm talking in like Call of Duty terms. Like they're literally killing people. You can watch this entire war is on the internet. It is incredible. I mean, they're going in with GoPros and filming the entire thing. That you watch it. You watch a drone. I mean, and they got different angles. You got different angles. You got a drone. You can see them going in. Everybody's wearing GoPros, and I mean, it's wild, man. And that's the only information I trust. Everything else, whether it's Ukraine or Russia, they're both biased, and you're both not going to get accurate data. You know, why would you report that your country's losing?
You wouldn't. That's one of the dumbest things you could possibly do.
Yeah. So how do you get the right information? You get it from the middle. You get it right from the source, from watching people kill each other. It's the only way.
Don't you agree? I mean, this should not be happening.
No, it's not.
Have you ever played paintball?
Yeah.
Have you felt the rush when the game starts?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I can't believe there are men on the ground with guns doing the hardcore Minecraft version of paintball. If you get shot, you're out for good. It doesn't just sting, you die. I mean, it's reminiscent to me of accidentally walking out into the street and getting hit by a bus. It's just like, it shouldn't happen. It should not happen.
It goes so, and I mean, if you really look at this, at what's happening, it's so much worse than that. You're not only are you worried about getting shot, but you're worried about just a drone, a tiny little like toy, pretty much coming out of nowhere and killing you. I mean, seriously, the amount of videos you'll find of just, you're wandering around. There's nowhere safe on the front lines. If you are visible from the sky, then there's going to be a drone that comes and hit and kills you instantly.
I mean, you gotta think about the guys that are thinking constantly. They're on the front line currently, but in the back of their head, like a hum, is the thought of, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here.
Why am I here? That has to be what you're thinking. Like, that has to be thinking, like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing here? Like, I should be with my family right now. And instead I'm going to die in this field. Because fucking two governments couldn't get their shit together.
I don't think you see any women on the front line. I saw a $3 million boat heist on YouTube yesterday, and I was in awe of how many angles were captured through body cam. I mean, it's all time coded, so they're swapping between, and you get all these different heads of departments trying to communicate. Now, I was very impressed by the communication displayed by Martin County's various different forces. There's the sheriff's department, the county police, the state police, and in this case, a SWAT of sorts in the Marine field. I mean, you have guys that are on the federal level. This is a $3 million yacht, leaves port, and a 911 call comes in and says, hey, a $3 million boat just was stolen. And then all of a sudden you have all these cars, all these men on the ground, you have boats in the water, and it kind of comes to this dramatic standoff where they've beached the yacht. 3 tugboats push the yacht into,
I saw that.
And
I was just watching this.
And
I didn't finish it.
Well, it was just one drunk Russian man in the yacht. It was just one guy, one Russian. And it was amazing, like, the amount of guys willing to step onto that boat with guns in hand. And, whilst through body cam footage, their voices remain calm, and they're actually very, like, it seems like they're very collected, put together, and, thought out. They're all, like, kind of collaborating, working together under the common goal of this thief cannot get away. But it comes to the standoff, and it's these men in this boat, and it's like, for whatever reason, there's this sense of urgency. Like, something's going to happen. And these men step onto the boat. And I just cannot imagine ever doing that personally.
Really?
But I say that, and weirdly enough, I could. And I hope to God I never accidentally find myself in the circumstance where that's an option for me. Because like I could see myself stepping on the boat personally. Like, you want to lead. You want to go first. I feel like as a man, it's like something deep within you, step on that yacht. Like, you're the one with the AK-47. You know, odds are you're not going to get shot.
The AR-15.
You have a yeah. Why did I say AK-47? What are we in Mexico? But you know what I'm saying. Like, these men are clearly over geared, over protected. They're in situations that they trained for. But you know, there's just this thing about the yacht. All the windows are tinted black. It's a very big boat. You have no idea how many people are on it. You have no idea what they have equipment-wise. You have no idea what they're capable of. You have no idea what state of mind they're in. It just seems like such a, what's the word I'm looking for? For all intents and purposes, irrational thing to even be involved, to even be near the yacht. You have the chief of police, is like in his own boat, just one man in a boat, no other man, just him in a boat, ramming this yacht over and over again. And his boat is a small boat, no protection. I mean, it's like you have to think about the storyline. If the person within the yacht points a gun outside the window,
they could have gotten shot so easily.
And shoots the sheriff. It's like you have to think about that story and what it looks like on camera. You have to really take yourself outside of the situation and the feelings of adrenaline. I feel like as we become the older generation, you're not going to see police standoffs like you used to. Because while we still are susceptible to the same feelings of adrenaline and rush, we also grew up watching YouTube videos. And we sit here in our bed, right? And I can feel the adrenaline radiating from the screen, of course, as I'm laying in bed watching this yacht pursuit. But I'm in bed, and there's only so much radiation that can come from a screen. I'm able to think in a way that these men couldn't have been able to think in the moment. Because think about it, if your day-to-day job, think about it if something like this crazy happened to you at your day-to-day job, your heart would be pounding. So my heart's not pounding, I'm just mildly excited, and I'm in bed watching this, and I can't help but just think all these extremely rational thoughts, and they're only rational relatively to
if I can watch a whole war online,
I'm never going to fight in a war.
No, and I think that's.
I tell this story just briefly. I want to say I tell this story to relate back to Ukraine and men on the front line. I think this is one of the last times ever that we're going to see this happening.
No, not at all.
Don't agree?
No, dude. Do you know how many wars are happening right now?
Okay, but do you understand the last time that there was a world conflict on the level of World War II? I mean, it's on the decline.
The world is at war, Jack. It's there are wars.
It's a different kind of war.
For now.
There's not going to be any more World War II. There will be no World War III.
I find it so interesting how you just never you can why can't you see that things can get bad? Could you ever imagine if someone told you you're not gonna go to you're gonna miss your last 2 years of high school because of a virus of a almost plague, not plague, but a disease, a pandemic? Would you believe them?
All I'm saying is things can't regress. Do you see what I'm saying? Like we can repeat the past like as an imitation, but we can never actually go back in time and really like it. We're never gonna have a war like this ever again.
Well, that's what they thought. That's exactly what they thought with World War One.
Well, this is
Humans
nothing.
think-
You have to understand that casualty wise, this is nothing in comparison to World War One and World War Two.
I mean, yeah, but that's like this isn't a world war. This is you saying that there's like no wars, like there aren't going to be wars anymore. War is a part of our nature. It's like it's been with us. It's biologically embedded with us. It's why you said as a man, you know, step on that boat. You know, and it's especially going to happen because the people who start them don't fight them. So they have no issue starting a war because their lives aren't going to be lost. If anything, they make money off of the war. So,
but you have to see like the importance and the fact of it's not as many people. It's a staggering amount of deaths, 250,000 deaths from 2022 to now involved in the Russia and Ukraine conflict.
How many?
250,000, which is staggering.
That's way more than I thought, to be honest.
That's a fourth. That's it in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's 1/4 of the entire city dropping dead.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. I didn't think there was that much.
Well, World War I lasted only 2 years and 17 million died.
But also think about their like technique. Like that's trench warfare. That's pretty much soldiers running into cannon fodder. They're fighting with robots now.
That's why I'm saying people aren't, the numbers won't be the same because it's more of an obvious like back then it was more of like a lot of times you survive these things because cannons are hard to aim or, guns aren't advanced. It's like, yeah, if a bullet hits you, you're screwed, but it's like a much more, it makes a little more sense. In World War II, which lasted 6 years, 80 million people died.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
80 million people.
Okay, okay, that's a good point. But
so this is never. I mean,
you can drop a nuke. You can drop. That's how many the same amount of people who have died in Hiroshima and the nukes is the exact same amount as how many people have died in the fucking Ukraine war.
And you know what's funny about World War II is that in the Soviet Union alone, it was 27 million. I'm sorry, I just completely interrupted you. What were you saying?
A nuke can be dropped. I saw someone made a great point that you could take a nuke in like a briefcase nuke and fucking put it in Ukraine somewhere and then fucking it blows up and Russia says no, that's not us, and they just blame it on like some terrorist organization that got a hold of a nuke or something, and there's no way to like fucking stop a briefcase nuke.
Well,
there's no way to do that.
You have to think about how much information. Like you have to think about how many people are around the table when it comes to a big decision like that, and B, past events that they have access to. I mean, we've already had these moments come and go in our world, and they've been documented. See, before documentation like we have today, there was probably many, many more moments just like this. But I'm talking about actual documented times. The time when we almost bombed Cuba.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then there was that one moment when I think it was a Soviet gentleman got a wrong reading from a computer.
Yeah.
and was supposed to launch nukes. Like these things happen. And you can say, yeah, the wrong thing could have happened. But we look back at those stories and our guts sink and our jaws drop and we think, what if? And we think, oh my God, I got to do whatever I can as a person to make sure this. I have faith. I have an immense amount of faith. I'm not a religious man, but I do believe in people. And I guess that can be my religion. And I think no matter how different, no matter how much power, no matter how corrupt and certain tenses, and I just don't think that we've got anything like has happened before in our future. This is the end of the second segment and the start of the third segment of Keeping It Real. If you'd like to be a sponsor of this episode, you could. And you could also be the first ever sponsor of this episode. But you see what I mean?
No, I think you will. I think you will. I think you'll realize that I'm right.
Well, what makes you right? What makes one of us right and wrong? How what would?
Because you said you believe in people.
Oh, it's back to this. Okay, this is a good way to end the episode off.
Yeah. I mean, it's the classic. What was it? Socrates and Aristotle. But
Jack and Griffin, bro.
Jack and Griffin. And it's not.
Oh, we lost him. What a horrible time to lose him. I wonder if his phone just died. This man's phone dies every 5 seconds. And he was just about to cook, too. Oh, hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
I lost you. I lost you when you were about to launch into it. You were saying it's not like, and then it cut out.
Well, let me just restart.
Okay. Your video's frozen, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm joined on another phone, so it'll disconnect and then.
Oh, so your phone did die? I was right.
Yeah.
Dude, I knew it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm plugging it back in. So people are inherently evil. We are despicable creatures. That's our nature. We're born evil. There is no good person. I'm not a good person. No one. There's not a single good person on this earth. And it's hard. And and when I say that, I've almost everybody I've met, they're like, what? No. They're like, no. They're like, I'm a good person. How could you say that? And it's not like I'm saying this isn't a depressing way to look at it. It's just we live in a very good, right now in America, things are going we're very fortunate. We're very comfortable. We can be good. We're in a position where being good is we're allowed to be good. But then you think of a position where if shit hits the fan, let's say the fucking grocery stores run out of food. Watch how fast people will watch what people will do to get some food to fucking survive, how fast things will change, and how quickly good people become very bad. And I don't know. I mean, it's just and it's like if you've done a single bad thing in your life, which I know you have, everybody does, are you a good person? It's like, no, you're just a bad person being good. I mean, right? A good person wouldn't do a bad thing. So a good person isn't even capable of doing bad. It's not a bad outlook, and I find that when this thought process of every person is bad, trust no man, no not one. When you are able to, the act of me loving someone, even though that they're bad, is even more better than every person's awesome. It makes it way more special because now you're fucking loving someone that's bad. You are capable of forgiving them and loving them. But at the same time, it's just logic, dude. Every person is not good. I mean, how can you say every person is good? They're not. I mean, think about it. If you're in a fucking survival, look, if you got to get your family food, you have to go and get your family food, but you have to kill motherfuckers. Are you a good person? A good person's family is gonna die.
Well, if you
I'm gonna
don't
kill.
say all people are good and you don't say all people are bad, what do you say?
I'm saying good people are bad people being good. I'm not saying there's no good in the world and it's not pointless. This isn't. It's so hard for. One day I'll be able to explain it perfectly, but this isn't a depressing way to look at. This isn't a depressing perspective. It's
I
not.
think you have a
It's
very interesting perspective. If all people aren't good and if all people aren't bad, then what are all people?
bad. They're all bad.
Well, but if they aren't for a minute, they're neither good nor bad, then what are they?
They are bad. We're animals. We are vicious, terrible animals
But in a
that have
world where they
conscience.
weren't, if there was a world where they weren't all bad and they also weren't all good, it was neither, then what would they be?
Is it's? I mean, like what? It's like five positives. You do five good things and then one bad thing. That's what everybody remembers. It's the same concept. It overrides everything. If I kill someone, I go to jail forever. No matter how many good things I've done, I still killed that person and I go to jail forever. I'm a prisoner. I'm guilty. Even though I was a great guy. I was charitable. I did all these things, but then I murdered someone. And that's what I am now. A murderer. I'm bad forever. It's the same concept. You're bad. There's no in between. It's just like how much effort is this bad person gonna try and be good? You should always, always, always. I mean, dude, that's what you strive for is to be a good person, but you're not. You have to understand that you're never gonna. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna hurt people. You're gonna say things. Your opinions change, and you don't know what you're doing now. I mean, can you honestly think like it's just like in the war? How many people? There's not a good country. We're not a good country. We're not. We
Well,
we kill.
what makes somebody good? What makes them bad? Wait, sorry.
th-
Erase that question. That's not what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask you. Oh my god, dude, I can't. I'm so sorry.
It's hard.
No, I wanted to ask you what's the difference between a man that believes he is good and a man that believes he is bad? What's the difference? Let me elaborate on both
A
of these.
man,
Wait,
a
hold
man
on
that believes he's
before you
good.
answer. Before you answer, what's the difference between a man that believes he is good but is subject to always do bad things, and the man that believes he is bad but is subject to always do good things?
The man that is doing bad things is aware he's bad. The man that believes he's good will be doing bad things and think he's good.
But what if the man doing bad things knows that he's bad when he's doing the bad things, and he does the bad things all the time, and he knows that he's bad, and he says that he's
Then he's
bad?
bad. He's just a bad and wicked person. He's okay with it because that's who he is. He knows it. He's like, all right, I'm a bad guy.
But
These bad things,
he's
they
a
feel
good
good,
man.
I guess. I'm gonna keep on doing them. I don't give a fuck about being a good person. That's what makes people who do good things and there are good people. That's not what I'm saying. But that good person, it was born bad. They were born evil and wicked and are capable of. I mean, you see how far this you can push a person and they will turn bad. I mean, you know, and it's okay. It is okay. Like it's like, and it's just ignorance. That's what I think of it. Like it's ignorance to think that you are a good person. Like I mean, it's like because no matter what perspective you see it from, the fucking cow that you eat, you're a demon. or like just like how I mean, dude, there's so many different.
What would you say if I said I think that I'm a bad person, but I think all people that aren't me are good people?
You're wrong. Or I'd say you're wrong. Yeah. I'd say all people are bad.
Don't you see the value in thinking everyone that's not you is good?
I do, but I think of I kind of see that way. I do think of I think of you as better than me. I think you are a better person than me. And I think I am bad. So yeah, I do see the value in that. Because that bad person admiring what's good about those people will want to, adopt that and better themselves. You can't be good. You can do good. You can do good, but you are bad.
When you look at another person that's not you, what do you think? What could you think?
In what way? I would say they're capable of pulling out a gun and shooting me in the face.
And
but they're
feeling
not.
The immense guilt that may follow. I see somebody that I don't know, and I think about how they probably get the same goosebumps that I do.
What is guilty feeling like? Does feeling guilty make the bad action you did any better? Does it make me come back alive?
In my string of thought, it's not necessarily about the situation where someone shoots someone. It's more just out on the street when you see a person, you can think of the way that they probably cried when their grandmother turned 80, just like you did. Or the same way you got really high on a weed pen when you were 14 years old in your bathroom and felt that crazy euphoria where you thought that maybe you were like shaking hands with God. They felt that same euphoria somewhere else, some other time, some way, somehow.
What about it? I'm not void. This concept isn't void of empathy or void of compassion. I didn't always think this way, but now I know it's true. And
well, you tried to do good, right? You tried to do good, right? I know that you do.
Absolutely, every day.
Let me ask you this. Is you not the epitome of what you do? It's not necessarily like it's you is the like epitome of what you do. It's not necessarily like what you make or who you talk to. It's you. So let me ask you this. Why in the world, even if you believed it to the core of your core, like I'm sure, like you've proven that you may. If you think people are bad, people are evil, why would you say that when asked?
Why would I say that?
I have this thing with me where there's this giant filter, and it's like the filter is me. Like I can't separate myself from the view that I believe others hold of me. And I feel that it is not in my capability to say that I believe all people are evil, because for all those that listen to what I have to say, how could that possibly be good?
It's not good. I wish it wasn't true. I'm just not delusional. I mean,
well, what is delusion and what is manifestation? I mean, is it not the same? I mean, those are two words that are tied up till the end of time. You have a guy that goes to court because he stalked a girl, but then you have a girl that for decades plotted on the love of a man and once eventually successful, was praised for her determination and her manifestation.
Haley Bieber?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So tell me this. When we live in a world in the future, what do you hope that it is? I mean, what do
I hope? I mean, I hope it. I hope it's good. I hope it's. I mean, this isn't me. And that's you. You pointed out something good. You know, just because I believe I'm a bad person doesn't mean I'm going out and doing bad. I believe that I try to do.
This is my point. I think you're doing bad. You're going out and doing bad right now.
By speaking this?
Yes. Because
I could be saving someone's life. I mean,
how could this be saving someone's life? And with that, this episode's over. It's been an hour. But seriously, tell me. I'm going to stop the episode. But tell me, though, how could this be saving someone's life?
Because